Hey guys, we are back for Bandcamp Dailies number 30. I think it's number 30. Yeah. So before we start, I just want to give you an update on my Mississauga videos, my vlog videos that I keep talking about. I finally encoded the video today. So I mentioned that there were 68 videos and I added them all together. I added a couple little interstitial things, but and then I encoded the video. It's like 12 gigabytes. So I have to upload it overnight and then it will be published tomorrow morning. So keep your eyes open for that. It's going to be called Big City TOD, and then in brackets, Vlog the Unwatchable. I was pretty happy with that title. One thing though, when I was looking at those videos, it's because I had the camera in my left hand the entire time. So I was like this when I was making the videos. And it's like this for 2 hours. And, I can't really have it very far away from my face because I'm not using a selfie stick because those are stupid. And so it's just way too close. So it's way too close. You get to look at my face way too close. And I was really noticing how old my neck is. Oh my God. There's this one scene where I'm lying in bed and it's like my head's like up a bit and it's just so wrinkly. I look like a decrepit old man. And then there's also a funny part where I notice how bald I am in the mirror. That was a very funny part. And it was a very real part too, because I'd never seen myself like that before because I had the camera. And so I was like this, I was looking at the view screen in the camera and then the mirror was behind me and I was able to see how bald I was. And so because of these close-ups, and also I was showing my teeth a lot, and my teeth are like crooked and they're not very nice. And so because of all of these things, the close-ups, my wrinkly skin, my baldness, and my crooked teeth, it was a real eye-opener it was a real eye-opener to, I don't know how to phrase this properly, to show how ugly I am. It really opened my eyes to, wow, I am a disgusting, ugly, useless human. So I feel like those parts of me are sort of obscured and aren't shown in these Bandcamp Daily videos. That wasn't really by design. It's just, I guess, because of the camera angle and whatnot. But anyway, so this vlog is coming out tomorrow and it's really going to show how ugly I am. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, so we have a whole bunch of listens today. 21 listens. Wow. Someone did a random drive-by of a whole bunch of different stuff. Now, we've already done videos on a bunch of these already, but we do have some songs that we did not do videos on, and we're going to do a video on that right now. And tonight is going to be a popcorn night, but I feel like I'm going to make the popcorn after. I'm not going to do it at the beginning. I'm going to do it sort of more towards the middle because, first of all, we have a bunch of listens from Implanted Perceptions. Is Perceptions plural on that album? Am I stupid? Implanted Perceptions. Yeah, of course it is. It's plural. I'm also really stupid, so that gets shown in the vlog videos too. So it's just all around a horrible experience for me to watch those videos. And Implanted Perceptions, so we have the first 5 songs, I believe. We've already done video on the first 4 songs, so we're going to do Accidental Evolution. That's what we're going to do. And then we have some more songs from Core Canyon album Unveiled Webbing, which is Alchemy, Always Good News. Astral Elimination we've already done. And then we have Deep Sea Diving and Happy Ending and Down in the Dumps. So I think there's 5 songs. Yeah, 5 songs from Unveiled Webbing. And then Cohesive Deterioration and Cries from a Defective Mind. We've already done videos on those. And then we have some from the Cassette Jams, the oldest album I have on Bandcamp from 97 to 2000. We have Eternal Slumber, Gay Song, Heavy Shit we've already done. And then we have New 1, New 2, and Shred 1 we've already done. And then Mistaken Lobotomy and Seeping Orifice we've already made videos for that. Okay, so in other words, we only have 3 different albums to talk about songs. I don't know how to speak anymore. I don't know how to form sentences anymore. We're talking about songs from 3 different albums. That's it. And we're going to start from the bottom. For some reason, Bandcamp does it alphabetical, but it does it like in reverse order. I don't know why, but that's what it does. So we're going to start with Accidental Evolution. And so for this one, this is track 5 on Implanted Perceptions. This is a death metal it's a death metal, tech death, grindcore, black metal album. This song in particular is more death metal oriented / grind. I mean, they're all grindcore-ish. They're 40 seconds long. This was the last track that I wrote for this album, IP48. You can see there are 48 songs. So this was the very last track. It's a good track. It's one of the fast ones. There were the fast death metal tracks. So we're going to listen to the song. You can read the lyrics if you want. And then we're going to look at the tab. And then we're going to watch the live video. And then we also have another extra little live video thing that we're going to do. So it's one song, but we're going to do a whole lot of stuff for this one song. So my speaker's on. I have to turn the volume down a little so I don't. Okay. All right. 14. All right, so let's listen to Accidental Evolution. I forgot to follow along with the lyrics with my mouse cursor. Hopefully you were able to decipher what I was saying. So that is this song. I very much enjoy this song. It's very fast paced. It's very fun to play on guitar. So what are we doing? We're going to do the tab now. Okay. So these are all my, I'm in love. That was my vlog video. These are all my recent folders. Okay, so what are we doing here? We are going to Implanted Perceptions. By the way, big hockey game on. Previous Bandcamp Dailies, there was a big hockey game, a big Game 7 between Toronto and Florida. Florida won. I was cheering for Florida. And it's absolutely hilarious that Toronto lost again because they always can never play well in the playoffs. They haven't made it out of the second round in over 20 years, and the streak stays alive. And so I had mentioned that going on the subreddit, the hockey subreddit, after the game was going to be hilarious, and indeed it was. Toronto gets shit on constantly because they're like one of the biggest teams in the league, especially for Canada, because Toronto's the biggest city in Canada. The Canadian media always focuses on Toronto, and so fans of other teams always hate Toronto because of all the attention that Toronto gets, and so they always cheer for Toronto to lose. And even though I'm near Toronto, I used to be a fan of Toronto, but now I only cheer for them to lose. And so it's always watching them lose in the playoffs is the best part of the hockey season. It is so satisfying, and it's inevitable too. So it's always a sure thing. But yeah, so Florida won, and now they're playing against Carolina in their third round series. So there are 4 rounds in the NHL playoffs. This is round 3. There are 4 teams left. And so after round 3, we go to the final round, 2 teams left, and whoever wins the Stanley Cup. Extremely exciting. And so Florida is playing Carolina. I was thinking about this. This has nothing to do with anything. I do have a text file here, but this is not written down. I was thinking just before the video, who do I want to win the Stanley Cup now? Obviously, I want the Edmonton Oilers to win it. They haven't won a Stanley Cup since the 80s, so almost 40 years. Actually, it might be 40 years. I think it was 80. I don't know if they won one after 85. I can't remember. They won like a bunch in a row with Wayne Gretzky. And Dallas, Edmonton's playing against Dallas in the other series. I don't know if Dallas has won. For some reason, I don't know. It would be cool to see Dallas win it, but I really want Edmonton to win it. Now, so that's the Western Series. This is the Eastern Series, Florida against Carolina. Carolina won it in 2006, so less than 20 years ago, but it's been a little while. They're a very good team. Florida won it just a couple years ago, so I feel like I don't really care who wins it, but I really do want Edmonton to win it. A Canadian team has not won the Stanley Cup since 1993. So that's a long time. That was Montreal Canadiens. So there's your hockey talk. So what are we doing again? Yeah, we have to do the tab. So this is IP48. I started writing the album in May 28th, 2022. And August 11th was the last day that I wrote a song, and it's this one, Accidental Evolution. I wonder what the lyrics were. Project piercing through pulsating matter, part of the body now, leave it in, brand new life, serendipity, accidental. Okay, so I think what I was going for, some guy got shot or like project piercing through pulsating matter, part of the body now. I don't know, someone gets impaled with something. And then he just leaves it. And then he evolves. And then I guess I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, I was just curious about that. Okay, so this is the tab version, the power tab version. All right, there you go. Very fun song. And I don't know if you may be familiar with that. That song, that tab has actually been played a lot on one of my YouTube videos because I made a video where I was learning where I was learning songs from scratch. Am I going to be able to hit it? Yeah, here it is right here. Okay, so we were gonna watch this at the end, but I say we just watch this now because it relates with the tab. So we're gonna do our little trick here. Copy the link. We are gonna paste. We are gonna add the little hyphen. All right. Might have to reload the page. Yep. Okay. So in this video, I learn songs from this album, from Implanted Perceptions, from scratch, and so I wrote all these songs. We've watched this before. I forget why. Oh, I think it was because I played the first track at the very end of the video. Yeah, so I wrote all these songs. I would write a song, and then I would forget about it and just start writing the next one. And then that was it. I never practiced the songs. I did listen to the MIDIs a bunch to try and keep the songs in my head, but I completely forgot about a lot of the fingerings, and so then it was time. I'd finished writing the album, and then it was time to start memorizing the songs on guitar because I was going to record the album. And I had to memorize the song structures as well for when I was going to record drums. And so this video shows me going through three of these songs for the first time. And so it was like learning a new song from scratch, even though I had written the song already, but I forgot how to play it because I don't hold that information. I have to make room for new information. My brain is only so small, I can't keep everything in there. And so the first song I try to learn is this one, Accidental Evolution, IP 48. And I did pretty good. This song is not very complicated. It's very straightforward. I mean, it's fast, but it's very straightforward. Whereas the second song in this video is one of the most complicated songs on this album. And it's only 40 seconds long, but there are 40 measures. I forgot to check how many measures this song had, but it probably weren't very many. And so the first track, the Accidental Evolution, it took like 20 minutes to learn, to be able to play through in a full take. And then the second song, it took like an hour and a half or something ridiculous like that. And I get pretty mad in the video. All right, so I'm just going to show you like the very end or like the last couple minutes. Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to show what it's like to... Okay, so go to hell. Like, why does it show this? I don't care. So if I scroll down here, you can see the final take right there. So we're just going to scroll back a little bit and see what happens. Okay, a couple tiny mistakes. There's one at the end, really bad one. And there was one earlier on. I don't know if you noticed it, but I'll play this a couple more times. 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's getting a little better. 5, 6, 7. Fucking cockfuck. What did I do? Fucking cockfuck. Obviously, I made a mistake. And then I think I get pissed off and I just start, I look at my TV antennas. Give me a second, I just gotta... 6, 7. Maybe if I remembered to play. Yeah, so this is the good take. Okay, that was good enough, wasn't it? Yeah, that was good enough. That was fine. That was good. And that was good for learning it for the first time. So we're 20 minutes in. There was a little screwing around. It started around 4.5 minutes. And so, that's like 16 minutes or something like that in order to, be able to play through one of these songs. for the first time, in a full take. So that's not bad. And then look at this. The second song, it took all the way back over here. The vast majority of the video was spent on the second song. Anyway, so that's that. And now we are going to, what are we going to do? We are going to watch the live video. So I recorded a live video. We've watched this live video many times. This was recorded. This is not the correct date. This was, I changed the audio. But this was, the date is in the file name. March 16th, 2024. So, yeah, over a year ago. Okay, so track 5. That's what we're going to do. Okay, now it's about to start right here. Just trying to think I believe this was one of those songs that I played basically pretty much perfectly. I don't think I made any mistakes on it. Yeah, I think I did very well on this song. It's very straightforward. It's not super challenging, but it is fast. Good stuff. Always like watching that video. I had very fond memories of that video. All right, so right now I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to make some popcorn. And so we have a bunch more stuff to listen to. So I will be right back. Hey guys, we are back. I got my popcorn, made a little bit more than usual. Like I remembered, so we're on Unveiled Webbing now, Core Canyon Unveiled Webbing songs. And I remembered that in the previous video, I had mentioned that I should have showed the artwork. So I showed the artwork, obviously, but there was like some CD artwork that I did not show. So we're going to do that. I actually have it on my computer. I forgot that I had it. So here's the cover. And so let's see if I can figure out. Yeah, it should be in here. So it should be right at the end. So here is, let's do the outside. Outside or the inside? Oh, yeah, this, I not want to show this. Because this is pretty much the same thing. Yeah, okay. So the colors were inverted for this. I think this looks pretty cool as well. But I also like the original one, the original white. So I want to do the insert. All right, here we go. Yeah, I want to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so so Dave sent me his picture first. Dave took his picture, and it was really cool. So he put a mirror here. And he has his face in the mirror. Looks very nice. And it's kind of cool because the mirror looks like it's glowing almost, which is really nice. And he has the bowl of fruit. The banana does not look very appetizing, but the pineapple and the apples do. I wonder what kind of apples those are. I wonder if they're Gala or Gala or whatever you want to call them. My favorite apple is the Golden Delicious. I eat one of those every single day, except when I was in Mississauga. But I've been having them again. They're my favorite apples. I love them so much. I'm always disappointed when the grocery store doesn't have any good ones. I'm always disappointed and sad and depressed, and I want to kill myself. I'm exaggerating, obviously. But I had mentioned how the credits were really cool. And so I was really proud of this. I came up with this idea of adding the credits to the artwork. And this shows what songs we played each instrument on. And I was really happy with this, and with the D and the C, and I don't know, I really like this. And so I copied his image. I tried to do one for myself, and I'm making some sort of really stupid face. I don't think I have this mirror anymore because it's broken on this side here. And you can see how fat I am. Look at how fat I am. This was 2017. So yeah, I started losing weight in 2019. So I was quite fat, had my stupid facial hair going, and look at like this chunk of skin over here on my neck. Maybe that's why my neck is so wrinkly, because I lost all the weight and now the skin is all loose and it doesn't know what to do with itself. But this thing, by the way, this is an old wheel from a riding mower for the deck. It has 4 wheels on the deck, so where the blades are. And this was one of the ones that was basically worn out to hell. And this was taken just outside against the house. So I just wanted to show you this because I think this is really cool, how his mirror is glowing. And I also like the face he's making. All right, so there you go. So we're going to listen to the songs now, finally. Okay, like I mentioned in the previous video, when you press play, it goes to track 53. So it seems like, so someone listened to Alchemy, Always Good News, Astral Elimination, Deep Sea Diving, Down in the Dumps, and Happy Ending. So what someone did, according to me, I feel like they hit play and it started playing track 53, Astral Elimination, and then we have Down in the Dumps, Happy Ending, and Alchemy. And then I think they went up here for some reason and they started listening to Always Good News and then Deep Sea Diving. And then, so that's it. So we're going to, I don't know what order we should do. We'll do the order that I'm assuming they listened in. So we've already listened to Astral Elimination. We're going to listen to Down in the Dumps. Now, normally we would have the Reaper project open. We would isolate the tracks, but I don't think we really need to isolate tracks with this album, because when we do it with my albums, I use a lot of distortion on my guitars and it's really hard to hear what's happening if the instruments aren't isolated. Whereas with this one, there's much less distortion and sometimes it's clean, so you can actually hear what's happening. So we're not going to isolate tracks. We're just going to listen to the tracks. All right. Down in the Dumps.
Chocolate ice cream, chocolate fudge, and chocolate chips. You're not depressed, are you?
That was Riker talking to Troy, because Troy has a fascination with chocolate, as do I. And I don't know, just hearing him talk about those things makes me so hungry for chocolate, even though I just had my cookies before this video. But still, I'm trying to think what episode that's from. I don't remember the episode. I do remember the scene. They're in 10 Forward, and Troy has a big thing of chocolate, on her. She's eating it, and then he comes up to her, and he's acting all charming,
Chocolate ice cream, chocolate fudge, and chocolate chips. You're not depressed, are you?
So I checked before doing the video. I played all the instruments on this song except for the drums. So if we go down here, we can see Dave drums. This is track 54, so 54, and then me for the last 3, 54, 54, 54. Okay, I did not check the other ones, so I'm gonna try to guess who did what on each song. So that's going to be part of the fun. Some of them I know, others I don't. All the drums I know 100% because I can tell.
A happy ending.
So that was Data. but I don't remember what episode that's from and what scene it is either. Yeah, I can't remember.
A happy ending.
This song might be entirely Dave. Drums, 100% Dave. The keyboards, 100% Dave. I didn't even know if I heard the keyboards. And at least one of the guitars is 100% Dave. If I'm on this song, I'm only on one of the guitars. So this is 55, right? So drums are definitely Dave. I know that much. I mean, I just saw the next number, so this makes no sense. Okay, I'll try not to look. 55. Yeah, this is all Dave. 55, 55. Oh, no. He doesn't do the right guitar. So I do a guitar on this. I do a guitar. And then 55 keyboards. Yeah, I mean, all the numbers are here. So it's quite possible that I cheat. So maybe that's not a good idea to be figuring out who did what.
Rock, fire, sky, and water are the basic elements of the universe.
Now, I do know what this is from. This is from the episode where Data gets stranded on a planet and he loses his memory and he's holding a briefcase of radioactive metal, and he wanders into a village, and chaos ensues. Not chaos, but and so this girl who's doing the sample, she is like the teacher. And it's like a primitive type of, it's not primitive, but it's not as advanced as the Star Trek people. And the actress, actually, I saw her on an episode. I don't know if it was Tales from the Dark Side or if it was one of the Friday the 13th TV series episodes, but I think it was Tales from the Dark Side. Or it was a Ray Bradbury thing. It was something from the 80s. Anyway, she played like a hot girl in that. And it was like, oh my God. I saw that episode. I'm like, wait a minute. That's that chick from Star Trek. And I went to the IMDb and sure enough, yeah, it was.
Rock, fire, sky, and water are the basic elements of the universe.
I forgot to listen to who was doing what. I'm going to have to re-listen. Okay, I know 100%. Dave's playing drums. Dave's doing keyboards. I'm doing at least one of the guitars. I don't know if I'm doing both, though. So this is 56, correct? So Dave's doing drums. I know that much. No, Dave is doing one of the guitars. Okay. And then he's not doing it here. And Dave's doing the keyboards. Yeah, so I'm doing one of the guitars. All right. And that's it for these ones. Now we're going to go back down to Deep Sea Diving and Always Good News. I think that's it, right? Yeah. Deep Sea Diving and Always Good News is first.
I've got some good news for you.
That sample is from an episode where Riker, he's working on a play, and so he's playing this character who's losing his mind. And stuff ends up happening on the Enterprise where the play, his play life is being mixed with his real life, and he can't tell. He's like going crazy in real life, not just in the play. And it's a really good episode. I'm trying to think what it is. What's it called? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. The title. It's really, I really like it. And the guy who's saying that, I've got some good news for you. He is one of the guys who works in the mental hospital that Riker ends up being sent to. Trying to think, I couldn't remember what the resolution to the episode was. It's been a while since I've seen these episodes. I had mentioned that I wanted to watch them again, and I will.
I've got some good news for you.
Once again, that's Dave on drums. I think every single song we've listened to has had Dave on drums, which is kind of funny. Now, Dave did the keyboards as well. He did one of the guitars. I know that. I don't know if I think I did one of the guitars as well, though. This is track 7. So Dave did drums. Oh, yeah, he did not do the left guitar, but he did the right guitar and he did the keyboard. So I did the left guitar. Okay, that makes sense. So I was going to say something, but I don't remember. Oh, yeah, always good news. I like this. This song sounds very happy. I like how it sounds happy. And that's why I named it this. Always good news. Because it sounds very happy. Meanwhile, I don't think I mentioned this, but this album is entirely improvised and randomly arranged. So any sort of harmony or any sort of melody that comes from multiple instruments and any sort of synchronicity that comes from between the instruments is completely serendipitous, is completely just by pure chance because of how the album was completely randomly arranged. And none of the instruments know what the other instrument is doing. So if anything sounds good, it's a total fluke. That's what I'm trying to say. And this was one of those songs because it sounds quite happy at the beginning.
I've got some good news for you.
Like it sounds like it's almost written like that, but it's not at all. It's just a total fluke that it sounds like that. So whenever these types of things happen in these types of albums, where they're improvised and randomly arranged, it's always a real treat because you're never expecting it. All right, so let's go to the last one.
In much the same way deep sea divers experience nitrogen narcosis.
All right, so I was trying to think what episode this one's from. And I think I remember. This is from one of the late episodes in one of the seasons. I forget if it's season 5 or season 6 or something. Anyway, Data, Picard, Geordi, and I think it's Troy. They were in a shuttlecraft for some reason. Then they go back to the Enterprise, and then I think this is the one where they're like frozen in time. The Enterprise is frozen in time with a Romulan ship. And so, they come in with the, in the shuttlecraft and then they end up beaming on board and a lot of cool stuff happens. And, they had some sort of, protective covering around them in order to protect them from the time displacement or whatever you want to call it. The temporal displacement. And for some reason, Picard's wasn't fully sealed. And so he started going crazy while he was on the ship. And so they beamed back to the shuttlecraft. And then Data is talking about what happened to him.
In much the same way deep sea divers experience nitrogen narcosis.
So that guitar on the high strings, that is definitely me. That's like one of my signature style of guitar playing when I'm improvising. I play like wrong notes the entire time. I very much enjoy doing that.
In much the same way deep sea divers experience nitrogen narcosis.
Nice. So once again, Dave on drums. Dave played the drums on every single song we listened to. That's funny. And then I played one of the guitars. I don't know about the other guitar. And Dave did the keyboards. I know that much. So 8. Track 8. Dave did drums. Yeah. Left guitar. No. Right guitar. Yes. Okay, so Dave did play a guitar on this song. And then he did the keyboards as well. So I just did one of the guitars. All right, so there you go. There are some more songs from Unveiled Webbing. Now, let's go on to the next album, which is Cassette Jams with My Pretty Face. Back when I had a very tight neck. Tight neck. I didn't know how wrinkly my neck was until quite recently, actually. When I did my Climbing the Tower video, and I had some close-ups on my head, and I noticed how loose my neck skin was. So that's when I noticed how old I am. It's hard to believe, and I'm going to be 43 this year in December. And then 7 years from now, I'm going to be 50. That just doesn't seem real to me. It's really, really strange. Anyway, this photo, how old was I in this photo? This would have been 1998, so I would have 15. Wow. 15 years old. Nice tight neck skin. Something I never thought I'd care about my entire life. Neck skin. All right, so what are we listening to? We're listening to... So someone listened to this, Shred 1, but we already did. So we're doing New 1 and New 2. New 1 and New 2. And then we have these three. Heavy shit gay song. Where's Eternal Slumber in this one? Oh, so they skipped over Traditional Cheese. Okay, so we'll listen to Eternal Slumber and then Gay Song. Yeah, that's... Okay, perfect. So let's listen to New 1. So Kansas City stands for Ken and Chris. I'm Chris. So this was me and Ken. Dave brought his drums over, I think, to my parents' house. My parents and my siblings were gone for some reason. I don't remember. Maybe they went away for the weekend. Maybe someone had a hockey tournament, something like that. And I decided to stay home. And then, so this was in the year 2000, I believe, or 1999. No, I think it was 99. 99 or 2000, I don't remember. But Dave brought his drums over, and then we jammed. We invited some people over. We drank. We smoked weed. We had a lot of fun. And then I think it was the next day. Dave's drums were still there. Dave did not come over. I don't know why, but he was not there. So Ken came over, and me and him had a bit of a jam session during the day. It was a very nice day out. I remember that. And if I'm assuming we smoked a joint and then we just started improvising. And so neither of us were drummers. I for sure was not a drummer, which you will hear because I play drums on these two songs. And this was my first time, pretty much my first time ever drumming. I guess I had sat down at a drum kit before, maybe played for 10 seconds. I don't remember, to be honest. But this, I actually played on several songs. And so the drumming's very bad, obviously, because I don't know what I'm doing. But it was very fun. I still remember recording this with Ken. And Ken plays guitar on this album. He played bass when we would jam. So I would play guitar, he'd play bass, Dave would play drums. But he could play guitar as well. I mean, if you could play guitar, you could play bass. If you could play bass, you could play guitar. Pretty much. because it's a very similar instrument, but there are differences obviously, but he had experience with guitar as well. And he was, he could definitely play guitar. So let's listen to New. New stands for new metal, obviously. So New 1. I think this riff is a riff he came up with, so it wasn't exactly improvised, but my drumming is definitely improvised. He played a wrong note at the very end of the song there. And then we just continue on. Yeah, the drumming is absolutely horrible on this song, by me. So when I say I started playing drums, I say 2002, but this was pre-2002. So this was in the year 1999 or 2000. But I don't really consider myself to be playing drums here because I don't know what I'm doing. And I played drums once for this jam session, and then I never played again until I actually got a drum kit. By the way, so the drums were actually, I have a video of, I uploaded a YouTube short where I was walking my dog, the family dog, in 2004. And this was in Sudbury. And so it's, my dog's, the dog, Kirby's getting all excited to go for a walk. And then so he's running and we're going up the stairs. But the first level that we're on in the video, in the YouTube short, that's the room that the drums were set up. And that's the room we were jamming in. So it's kind of funny. What I was going to say, though, is I brought my tape deck. You've seen the tape deck on one of my videos as well. I think the Nerdy Girl video, that my tape deck appears on there. I brought that into the room where our instruments were, and I had my microphone, and we recorded all this onto cassette, hence Cassette Jams. I don't know if you can consider this a blast beat. It probably is. It's very, very slow blast beat, but probably the first blast beat I've ever played in my life. I feel bad for Dave's drums there. All right, so there you go. There are the new songs with Ken and me and Ken. Very fun afternoon. I still, like I said, I still remember doing that. All right, so what are we doing now? I think it's Eternal Slumber followed by Gay Song. We've already done heavy shit, so we're doing Eternal Slumber followed by Gay Song. So where is Gay Song? Where is Eternal Slumber? Here it is right here, and then Gay Song. Okay. All right, so Eternal Slumber, this was like I've talked about this song before. This was like my anthem back in high school. This was like a death metal song that I wrote, and I was super proud of it. And I was getting ready to record my first album, my first full album, The Last Breath of the Dying, when I was 18 years old. And I didn't even include Eternal Slumber on it because I got sick of the song. So this was pre that. And so this is me playing the song. Dave is on. Okay, yeah. So this is District of Columbia. So D, Dave, and then Columbia C, Chris. So this is me and Dave. This was recorded at Dave's mom's place. So I brought my tape deck over to his mom's place. This was this was probably 2000, year 2000. The Last Breath of the Dying was released in 2001. So what I'm trying to say is, Dave had heard me play riffs from this song before, but we never really jammed it much at all, except for this time. So I'm playing the riffs, and he's just sort of improvising along. I like my guitar tone on this. It's also tuned very low. I wonder what the tuning is. Let's just see. Okay, so we're going to go down to D, C, C, B. It's not this. It's this one. Oh my God. So we're B flat. That's pretty low. Yeah, I've never had technically I do have a 7-string now, but I never had one back then. I just had really thick strings on my guitar. So in this song, the way it was written, the drums are supposed to come back in like only after one of those times. Like the drums are supposed to stop for one bar. But Dave didn't know that, so he just he stopped for 4 bars or something. Got some tapping. And one thing I really like is the arpeggio. I think that's what it's called, right? where I play each note of the chord. I wish I would have done that, because I think that makes the riff a lot better. Actually, I think Ken came up with that idea. He used to play that on bass. He used to do to arpeggio the chords, and it sounds really good. Yeah, but overall, this song is horrible. Eternal Slumber. That's why I gave it up. Because it's just bad. I mean, I was just so young when I wrote it. So... All right, so there you go, Eternal Slumber. That was a part of Eternal Slumber. It wasn't the full song, obviously. All right, so now we have our last song. How long has this been? 35 minutes? This video has probably been an hour. Okay, so this is Gay Song. All right, so a little bit of backstory about this song. Gay Song. So this is a joke song. I came up with this song. I would play this song as a joke, and because of how stupid it was, I made it as a joke to demonstrate how stupid a song could be. And then occasionally, and Dave and I would play it sometimes. I would, like if I played it, we would sort of look at each other and just like laugh, like look at how stupid this song is, and. We used to call it Gay Song because it was gay. You know, back in those days, if something was stupid and dumb, you would call it gay. Back in the good old days. And I feel like now you're allowed to do it again. There was a while where it was, you're not allowed to do that or else you get canceled. But I feel like times are changing and it's like, yeah, you can say that again. So, in the interest of, being historically accurate, this is called Gay Song because that's what it was called. It has nothing to do with LGBT stuff or whatever. It's because the song is stupid and horrible and dumb. And so I called it gay. And it is a really bad song. The version we play here, we actually play it very seriously. We like go all the way through the song. It was never really written. It was just something like there was never really a structure. It was just a few different riffs. And then we sort of jammed it all the way through once and we have it on tape. It's pretty funny. We did a good job. It's just the song is stupid. It's really bad. But so this is a joke song. This is Gay Song. We're really committed to the joke. We're actually trying. For this part, I'm improvising because we never really went beyond this before. And so I started using different chords. All right, there you have it. And that's going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm probably not going to drag this out any longer. So I've got to upload this video, and then I have to upload my Mississauga video tonight, and I'll publish that tomorrow morning. So I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you enjoy your night. I hope you enjoy your day. Bye.